What is the Pythagorean Theorem? It is one of the most famous theorems in geometry. However, what you may not know is that, despite being called the Pythagorean Theorem, historians actually believe that this theorem was being applied across the world before Pythagoras was born. For instance, in ancient Babylon, stone tablets inscribed with numerous Pythagorean triples have been discovered. Furthermore, between the 11th century BC and 800 BC, people in ancient China and ancient India had already discovered the principles of the Pythagorean theorem. The reason it is referred to as the Pythagorean formula is that he is the first person formally proven it. It's actually surprisingly simple. Expressed as a formula, it is a square plus b square equals c square. Specifically, when we have a right-angled triangle, the two sides adjacent to the right angle, labeled A and B, are called the legs, while the longest side opposite the right angle, labeled C, is called the hypotenuse. This formula tells us that if we square each of the two legs and add the results together, the sum will equal the square of the hypotenuse. Let's take an example. Imagine a right-angled triangle with two legs measuring 3 and 4 units. Plugging these values into the formula, 3 square plus 4 square equals 9 plus 16 is equal to 25. Therefore, the square of the hypotenuse, c square, equals 25, meaning c equals 5. This set 3, 4, 5 it the most classic Pythagorean triple. The ancient Egyptians would tie 12 knots into a rope, dividing it into sections of 3, 4, and 5 units. A perfect right angle would emerge. Even more surprisingly, this theorem can be extended to three-dimensional space. The distance formula between 2 points in space becomes a square plus b square plus c square equals d square, adding an extra side, yet the logic remains exactly the same. Before wrapping up this video, let's take a look at an intriguing proof, one devised by an American president. In 1876, James Garfield was merely a congressman, still 5 years away from becoming the 20th president of the United States. One day, while discussing a mathematical problem with a colleague, he casually sketched a trapezoid on a sheet of paper and penned his own original proof of the Pythagorean theorem. He arranged two congruent right triangles, each with legs of lengths n, b, and a hypotenuse of length c, to form a trapezoid. Subsequently, he drew an auxiliary line within the trapezoid, dividing it into two separate triangles. He then noticed that the area of this trapezoid could be calculated using a specific formula, or alternatively, viewed as the sum of the areas of three triangles. By simplifying both sides of the equation, cancelling out the AB terms, and times 2, he arrived at the original formula, a square plus b square equals c square. Thanks for watching.